You are listening to the Creative Advertising Podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th and final series podcast of the Creative Advertising Podcast. My name is Madeleine Marchese, and today I have Jess, who's going to be joining us to talk and dive deep into a little advertising analysis. So, the advertisement that we wanted to share was the Nike Find Your Greatness ad. We found that this ad was not only very appealing to many different audiences, but we also found that it was very inspiring. So, Jess, did you want to talk a little bit about how you felt when you saw that advertisement, or what really drew you to it?
Yeah, I think, as you said, it was very inspiring. I think one of the most important factors I got out of it was that you don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be the fittest person to be part of the Nike community and wear their clothes. I think it's extremely motivating as well because they're saying that, okay, you can always accomplish your dreams. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a certain look. As long as you have the right mindset, you can always do it. And I think that's really important. I just love how they're very inclusive to everyone. And they're not just like, okay, if you don't have that athlete style, you're not a part of it. They're very open, and
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I remember in class when we were talking about this ad in particular, I believe it was one of the Olympic Games or something along the lines of that. And Adidas was sponsoring a lot of different athletes. And so all of their advertisements obviously had some of the biggest athletes in the world. And of course, when you put a famous celebrity or sports celebrity in an ad, that ad is going to get attention.
You don't have to be famous to
make an impact.
Be someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
To matter. And I think that's also one of the biggest things with that ad that inspires people is the fact that it's like, okay, as you said, they don't always take people that are famous because, they're just people. And I think that's really important to know because, you don't have to be the most famous person to get attention.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the most famous person to accomplish your dreams.
All I was going to say was I think that it was very bold of Nike, but it was also very clever because I think that we tend to see celebrities in the news, in media all the time, but it's true. Nike really does pride themselves on being a brand for everybody. And to include everybody in their advertisements, I think is what really set them apart in this. So speaking of, right, let's talk a little bit about the target audience, like who Nike was really trying to pursue in this ad. Because when I look at this ad, even though it's one person and he looks a certain way, I feel like this is catered to so many more in general, right? And I think that's the beauty of this advertisement.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that, when I look at it, it's just targeted to one person or one group of people. I think it's targeted to everyone who wants to feel encouraged, who wants to feel motivated. And, I think that's a great point that you made because it's true. It's not just targeted to athletes. Nike has made a lot of their ads targeted to everyone because it's inspiring. Yeah. And they want to share stories. They don't want to build a reputation on just, okay, we serve athletes. They want to show that they want to serve everyone.
Yeah. And I think on that point, that goes very well into the consumer insight as well. Because when we think about what does this person truly want, is they want to feel like they're great. They want to feel like they can do it. Just like what Nike says in every single one of their advertisements, right? They want to feel like they're a part of it, even if they're not Serena Williams, even if they're not Ronaldo. They want to feel like they can be great. It doesn't have to be gold medal great. It could be I participated great, because that's me. I participated. So
it can even be I took a step.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't, as you said, you don't have to be a gold medalist. to feel proud about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Each step you take to accomplish your dreams or motivate yourself or encourage yourself is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I think, as you said, he does a huge job in advertising that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you know, that delivery is impeccable. Nike has always been known as one of the most amazing brands just for their advertising. And I think when it comes to their advertising insight, right, and how they delivered what the consumer wants to hear, they did it just so effortlessly because it was such a simple advertisement. There wasn't
Yeah.
anything crazy. It was just somebody running, and you can tell that they were working hard and they were taking steps to their own greatness. And I think that's what really spoke to the millions of people who saw this ad and really resonated with it.
The ad focuses on the one thing, which helps it encourage people and inspire people because they know what it's about.
Yep.
And I think Nike in general does a great job in that with their ads because all of their ads focus on that one thing, the just do it, the just achieve it, like all of that. And because of that, people know what Nike is about.
Mm-hmm.
All of their ads are meant to inspire people. And I think that each different ad, although they're all different and they're all like a different meaning, they all come together to inspire people and to have the same effect, to motivate people, to encourage people. And I think Nike has done an amazing job in advertising that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining this podcast. I'm really
Thank you
happy
for having me.
that I got to talk to you about this. And, you know, I think it's really important to talk about this stuff, especially when it has to do with how people feel about themselves. Because this is exactly what that ad is doing. This ad is not just selling Nike. This ad is making people feel good. Like when we look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, this definitely goes to esteem. People want to feel good about themselves, and Nike did that. And I think that there's a lot to learn from the advertisements that Nike puts out because it really draws emotion. And I'm just really happy I got a chance to talk to you about it. So thank you so much. And thank you everybody who listened to these episodes. I'm so glad that this semester went so well, and I can't wait for next semester to learn even more. So again, my name is Madeleine Marchese, and I'm signing off on the Creative Advertising Podcast, and we'll see you next semester. Take care. Bye.